Welcome back. The Genting Casino Group was founded in Malaysia by Chinese-born businessman Joey Lim in the 60s with a resort in the Genting Highlands. Lim's son, KT Lim, is now running the group, which has a resort casino on Sentosa Island in Singapore, and is now buying into the Echo Group, which obviously owns the Star City Casino in Sydney. A separate arm of the family, run by two of the founders' grandsons, Joey and Benjamin Lim, this week did a deal to buy into an ASX-listed company two-way. The Lim brothers are backing their stake in a casino in North Vietnam into the ASX-listed company. They have plans to raise more funds in the Australian market to finance expansion plans in the growing Asian casino market. This week, Joey Lim, who will become Chief Executive Officer of the new renamed company two-way, it'll be called Donaco, agreed to his first ever television interview. The Australian's Glenda Korporaal spoke with him this week and began by asking him what was behind the deal announced this week.
The aim of the deal is to create a cash flow positive and profitable listed entity on the Australian Stock Exchange. Tying up with two-way technologies, their expertise in wagering, gaming, has brought us a lot of synergies with our business, and jointly with two-way we'd like to bring our business to the Australian market.
You have an interest in a casino in Vietnam near the North Vietnamese border.
That's right. It's in the north of Vietnam, on the border of China, the Yunnan province of China in the south.
And so I take it it's aimed at foreigners, particularly Chinese across the border.
That's right. Casino law in Vietnam does not permit local Vietnamese from playing in the casino, and so it is mainly targeted towards foreign clientele, mainly from mainland China.
And you're upgrading that hotel at the moment?
Yes, that's right. Our upgrades are underway. We are slated to complete in 2013. It's currently a 200-room hotel, and we have plans to have 428 rooms in total by the end of next year.
10 years ago, you and your grandfather, who founded the Genting Casino Empire, actually explored that area in North Vietnam. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
We heard of the opportunity in 2001, and after deliberating and discussing the ideas at home in Malaysia, my grandfather decided he wanted to take a look at it himself. We flew from Kuala Lumpur to Kunming in China, which is the capital of Yunnan province. And we drove down by car for 8 hours to the border town of Lao Cai in Vietnam, where the casino is currently located. At that time in 2002, it was a quiet border town with about 500,000 population for the region. And the local government, the provincial government, welcomed us and brought us to the site and explained their intentions, and asked my grandfather for his thoughts and advice, and invited him to participate in what would be Vietnam's first licensed casino. When we arrived, he was pleasantly surprised because he felt the conditions for the project were very similar to what he encountered when he first went to look at the Genting Highlands in Malaysia, a bare greenfield project where he had a vision, and he felt that it was a very viable project to undertake at the time, and he decided to invest, and that was in 2002. We've been operating for 10 years now.
So how do you see that casino in North Vietnam different from the other casinos which we come to associate with the Genting brand, such as the very upmarket casino on Sentosa Island in Singapore?
We look at what we would like to call boutique opportunities in Asia, where the family business is primarily in integrated resorts and casino complexes in Asia and around the world. We'd like to differentiate ourselves from that to target more emerging markets within the region. What we like to do is due to our strong connections with the provincial authorities in each country, work with them to bring economically viable casino project to the area.
Are you seeing more opportunities for Donaco in the region?
I feel there are many growth opportunities within Asia and the region for Donaco.
The Genting Group, which is buying into Echo, is run by your uncle. Do you know what his plans are for his investment in Echo?
I can't comment too much on the group's plans, as we're a 100% independent entity, and our business objectives are independent of each other. My uncle Cocktail is at the head of the family business, and I believe he will continue to create value for the family and the shareholders of Genting Berhad. Echo and the Star Casino in Sydney is a fantastic location in a fantastic city, in a fantastic country, and I believe Mr. James Packer and my uncle have a good eye and a keen sense of business.
So I gather your aim is to access the capital markets in Australia.
Yes, that's correct, Glenda. We have several interesting projects that we'd like to undertake in the region, in addition to expanding our current site and location in Lao Cai, Vietnam. We are constantly evaluating potential deals, and with access to the Australian capital markets, I believe we can successfully undertake and develop some of these ideas and businesses. Australia has a very sophisticated and mature investment community that have been dealing and investing in wagering and gaming for a long time.
We have Crown and Echo here listed on the Australian Stock Exchange, so I guess there's a strong investor base here for investment in casinos.
That's correct. That's exactly what we've identified as strengths in the Australian market that we would like to work with and tap in the future.
Is your company, Donaco, looking at casino opportunities in Australia? Are there any investment opportunities that you see here?
Well, I won't exclude anything at the moment, but yes, not in the near term. We won't be looking to bid or acquire physical casino assets in Australia. What we intend to do is bring a growth and emerging gaming play to the Australian market. As you've highlighted earlier, all the listed casino companies in Australia are Australian grown, Australian owned and operated. We'd like to offer a slightly different package to the investing public in Australia.
You're clearly interested in opening new casinos in other parts of Asia. What's driving this demand for new casinos in Asia?
I think fundamentally it's a great way to spend some time. I guess it's a preferred form of entertainment for Asians, and I think it's tied in a way to the growth of Asia and even Australia as well. I think where there is a distinct growth in the number of in affluence within the region. Of course, spearheaded by countries like China, Vietnam, and Australia, whereby there are increasingly more and more wealthy individuals and an increasing number of middle class who are rising through out of all these emerging markets, and with a higher disposable income, they will have more options in terms of entertainment, and I think also in a way some of these countries they realize that there is economic benefit that spills over to the underlying economy wherever there is a casino, and in the case of Singapore, they've handled it in a brilliant way, I think, in a very classy and brilliant way. Has brought a lot of economic benefits directly and indirectly to Singapore, and I think that is an example of a very well executed concept.
Your late grandfather founded the Genting casino business. What words of advice did he give you when you were setting out in business?
I think he is a man of few words, led by example, I think, and what he inculcated in us was strong familial values, loyalty, and responsibility, and he kept telling us to work hard and use your brain, and just to make sure that you work hard and be there, because opportunities come and go. Luck is up to the gods, and if you don't work hard and be there for the opportunities, you will never get one. So just be ready all the time and work hard.
You'll be chief executive of this Australian listed company, Donaco. Where would you like to see it in 5 years' time?
What I would love to happen is to grow the company, to create shareholder value for all the investors, and also to realize, I think, a dream for my family to independently seek success through what is also a part of the family business, I believe. Yeah.
That was Joey Lim there, talking exclusively with the Australians, Glenda Korporaal. And back to our panel now, our panel of one, Adam Crichton. A really interesting interview, actually. I think Joey Lim was